After 55, be very careful before you share these 8 things with anyone. Because the danger does not always begin with a scam email. Sometimes it begins with a casual sentence. A sentence said to a coworker, a sentence said at dinner, a sentence said to a relative who seemed harmless, a sentence posted online because you were excited. And after 55, certain details carry more weight than they did when you were younger. Your retirement plans, your savings, your Social Security amount, your health, your estate plans. Those are not just personal details anymore. They are signals. They tell people where your money is, when it may move, who controls it, who might inherit it, and where you may be vulnerable. I have seen older people get hurt because they trusted the wrong conversation, not because they were foolish, not because they were careless, but because they thought honesty and openness would be understood kindly. And sometimes it is, but sometimes information travels further than you ever meant it to. That is why these 8 things matter so much after 55. Because at 35, sharing a plan might just be conversation. At 55, it can change how your employer treats you. At 65, it can change how family sees you. At 70, it can change whether a scammer sounds believable enough to fool you. So let's go through the 8 things you should stop disclosing after 55. And please pay close attention to number 8, because number 8 is the one most people celebrate publicly, not realizing it may be one of the riskiest financial windows of their life. Number 1 is your retirement timeline. This one catches so many people off guard because it feels harmless. You have worked for decades. You are tired. You are excited. You may be proud that retirement is finally close. So one day in the break room you say, "I think I'm retiring next year." Or maybe you tell your manager, "I'm planning to leave in about 18 months." It feels like a normal conversation. It may even feel respectful. But the moment you say it, something changes. In your mind, you are still working. You are still showing up. You are still doing the job. But in their mind, you have already started leaving. That matters, because companies make decisions based on who they believe will be there later. Once people know you are leaving soon, they may stop investing in you. The good projects may go elsewhere. Training may go to younger employees. New opportunities may stop coming your way. Promotions may disappear quietly. And if layoffs come, you may become the easy name on the list. Not because you are weak, not because you are bad at your job, but because someone can say, "She was leaving soon anyway." That sentence can cost you months of income, maybe even years of dignity. I remember a woman I knew from my school days. She was one of those steady, dependable teachers every principal hopes to have. She knew the families, she knew the students, she knew how to calm a difficult room without raising her voice. One afternoon, she mentioned that she was thinking about retiring the following year. Just thinking, nothing official, nothing signed. But after that, I watched the shift. A committee she had led for years went to someone younger. A training opportunity skipped right past her. People started speaking about her in the past tense while she was still standing there. She told me later, "Carol, I felt like they retired me before I retired myself." That is what can happen. So what should you do instead? Keep your retirement timeline private until you are truly ready. Give professional notice when the time is right. Do things properly. Do not burn bridges. But do not give your employer a reason to decide your ending before you do. You earned the right to leave on your own terms. Do not hand that control away too early. Number 2 is your net worth and savings balance. This is not just about avoiding awkward conversations. It is about protecting yourself. After 55, your savings number becomes more sensitive. Your 401k balance, your IRA, your pension value, your brokerage account, your home equity, your cash savings. Those numbers should not be casual conversation, and yet people share them all the time. Sometimes because they are proud, sometimes because they are worried, sometimes because someone asks in a friendly way, "How much did you save? What's your house worth now? How much do you have in your retirement account? Do you think you'll have enough?" Those questions can sound harmless, but once your number leaves your mouth, you cannot control where it goes. A friend tells a spouse, a cousin repeats it to someone else, a coworker mentions it at lunch, and before long, people who have no business knowing your financial picture know just enough to form opinions. That is where expectations begin. Suddenly, people believe you can afford to help. You can co-sign the loan. You can help with the down payment. You can cover the emergency. You can pay for the vacation. You can help a child who has made bad money decisions. And when you say no, you become the problem. Not because you changed, because their expectations changed. That is a very hard position to be in. I knew a widow who made this mistake after her husband died. She was grieving. She was lonely. She told a relative how much life insurance came in because she needed someone to talk to. Within months, people started asking. One needed help with a business. Another needed help with medical bills. Someone else wanted a loan just until things got better. She told me, "Carol, I felt like everyone stopped seeing my grief and started seeing a balance. That is a painful thing. Your money is not everyone's business. You can be generous without being financially exposed. You can love people without giving them your numbers." So what should you do instead? Keep your financial picture private. Share the details only with people who truly need them. Your spouse, your financial advisor, your CPA, your attorney, maybe one trusted adult child if they are helping you plan carefully. But not friends, not distant relatives, not coworkers, and not social media, especially not social media. Number 3 is your Social Security benefit amount. This is one people share far too casually. Maybe because Social Security feels common. Maybe because so many people receive it. Maybe because it comes from the government, so people assume it is not really private. But your Social Security amount reveals more than you think. It can suggest your lifetime earnings. It can show whether you likely worked high-income years. It can help someone estimate your monthly retirement income. And when that information is combined with your age, location, name, and Medicare status, it can make a scammer sound very convincing. That is the danger. Scams do not always begin with wild claims. They often begin with one accurate detail: your name, your age, your benefit amount, your county, your Medicare plan. And suddenly the caller sounds official. That is how trust is built quickly. A fake Social Security call that knows your approximate benefit can sound believable. A fake Medicare call that knows your age can sound informed. A fake government notice that includes a correct personal detail can make you pause, and that pause is what scammers want. Robert once answered a phone call that sounded official at first. The caller knew just enough, not everything, just enough. After a few seconds, Robert hung up. I asked him what happened. He said, "They were fishing, but they brought their own bait." That is exactly what personal information becomes: bait. And after 55, you may already be receiving more suspicious calls, texts, letters, and emails than you realize. Some people get them every week. Some get them almost every day. So do not give strangers or casual acquaintances more material to work with. What should you do instead? Treat your Social Security amount like your bank balance. Share it only with trusted professionals or close family members who truly need it. Do not compare checks at lunch. Do not mention it in online comments. Do not tell neighbors or casual friends. Not because you are ashamed, because it is private. Number 4 is your inheritance or estate plan. This one can damage families deeply. And the sad part is, it usually starts with good intentions. A parent wants to be clear. A mother wants to avoid confusion. A father wants to reassure the children. So they say things like, "You'll get the house," or "Your brother will get the cabin," or "There should be about $300,000 left," or "I'm splitting everything evenly." It feels responsible. It feels honest. It feels like you are helping your children plan. But that kind of information can create problems you never intended. Because once people expect an inheritance, they may begin making decisions around money they do not actually have. They may take on more debt. They may buy a bigger house. They may stop saving as much. They may assume your estate will fix problems in their own financial lives. And then life happens. A medical crisis happens. A spouse needs care. You need help at home. The market drops. A roof needs replacing. Long-term care becomes necessary. You live longer than expected. And suddenly, the inheritance they imagined begins shrinking. That is when resentment can enter the room. A daughter starts questioning why you are spending so much. A son gets upset about selling property. Siblings begin watching each other. Someone says, "Mom promised me that." Someone else says, "Dad said it would be mine." And now your estate plan has become a family argument while you are still alive. I have seen this. A woman once told her children exactly what each would receive. She thought she was preventing conflict. Instead, she created a scoreboard. Every decision after that was measured against the future inheritance. When she later needed money for care, one child treated it like she was spending money that already belonged to him. She told me, "Carol, I wish I had told them there was a plan, not the plan." That is a wise distinction. So what should you do instead? Have a proper estate plan. Use an attorney. Put your wishes in writing. Make sure your will, trust, beneficiary forms, and property documents are correct. Tell your family that you have a plan. Tell them who to contact. Tell them where important documents are kept. But be very careful about sharing exact amounts or promises too early. Your children are better off building their own lives without counting your money before it is theirs. And if your estate is larger or your family situation is complicated, talk to an attorney about whether a living trust makes sense. A trust can help avoid probate in some situations. It can also help reduce delays and family friction, but it must be done properly. Do not let casual conversations become promises your documents do not support. Number 5 is your passwords and account access. This one is especially important now. Many people over 55 share passwords with adult children just in case. And I understand the intention. You want someone to help if something happens. You want bills paid. You want accounts accessible. You do not want your family locked out during an emergency. That is loving. But sharing passwords casually is risky, very risky. Because when you give someone your login, you bypass the protections your bank, brokerage, email provider, medical portal, and insurance company have put in place. And if something goes wrong, it may look like you did it. That can complicate fraud claims, it can complicate disputes, it can create confusion over who accessed what and when. There is also another problem. Many people reuse passwords. One password may open email. That email may reset bank passwords. It may access medical records. It may connect to shopping accounts. It may connect to Social Security or Medicare accounts. So when you share one password, you may not be sharing one account. You may be sharing the front door to your entire digital life. Even if the person you trust is honest, mistakes happen. They may write the password down. Their spouse may see it. Their phone may be stolen. Their computer may have malware. Their email may be hacked. The password may travel further than either of you intended. And once it travels, you cannot pull it back. So what should you do instead? Use safer systems. A password manager with emergency access is much better than handing out passwords. A properly drafted power of attorney is better than giving someone your bank login. Some banks and financial institutions also allow trusted contacts or authorized users under specific rules. Ask about those options before there is a crisis. Do not wait until everyone is panicking. Set it up while you are calm and well. Your adult children may need to help one day, but help should happen through proper authority, not loose passwords on a piece of paper. Number 6 is your power of attorney details. Most people understand the basic warning. Be careful who you give power of attorney to. That is true, but there is another part that people miss. Be careful who you tell about it. A power of attorney can give someone authority over serious matters: bank accounts, bills, property, legal documents, financial decisions, sometimes very broad control. So once people know who has that authority, they may know exactly who to pressure. They may guilt that person. They may challenge them. They may manipulate them. They may accuse them. They may create family tension before the document is ever needed. This can become especially difficult with siblings. If one child holds power of attorney and the others know all the details, every decision may be questioned. Why did she pay that bill? Why did he move that account? Why did she sell that car? Why did he speak to the bank? And the parent gets caught in the middle. The person trying to help becomes exhausted, and the family starts fighting over authority instead of protecting the parent. I saw this kind of family pressure many times in school settings, just in different forms. Whenever one person was given authority, others often tried to pull at them from every direction. The same thing can happen in aging families. Only now, the stakes are money, care, and independence. So what should you do instead? Set up your power of attorney properly with an attorney. Choose the right person carefully. Make sure the document says exactly what it should say. Some powers of attorney take effect immediately. Others activate only after a certain condition, such as a doctor confirming incapacity. That is sometimes called a springing power. The right choice depends on your situation, but it should not be guessed. Tell your attorney. Tell the person you selected. Tell financial institutions if they need copies. But you do not need to announce the details to everyone. Your power of attorney should protect you. It should not become a family weapon. Number 7 is your health conditions. This one needs care because health is personal. When you receive a diagnosis, you may need support. When you are scared, you may need to talk. When your body starts changing, you may want someone to understand. There is nothing wrong with that. But after 55, health information can affect more than emotions. It can affect work. It can affect how people judge your ability. It can affect how scammers target you. It can affect whether people begin treating you as weaker than you are. If you are still working in your 60s, be careful about what you disclose casually at work. You may be managing your condition well. You may still be fully capable. You may have many strong working years left. But once people hear certain health details, they may begin watching you differently. They may question your stamina. They may assume you are slowing down. They may stop offering opportunities. Not always openly, sometimes quietly. And socially, health details can spread fast. You tell one friend about a condition. She tells someone else because she is concerned. Then suddenly, people are asking questions you never meant to answer. Even worse, health information can invite scams. If someone knows you have arthritis, diabetes, heart trouble, hearing problems, or mobility issues, they can tailor a scam to sound personal. They may call about a Medicare-covered device. They may offer a miracle treatment. They may claim your doctor approves something. They may say your insurance needs updating. And because they mention something real about your health, the call sounds more trustworthy. That is why privacy matters. I had a friend who once mentioned her arthritis in an online group. Nothing dramatic, just a comment about her hands hurting. Soon after, she began receiving messages about creams, braces, supplements, devices, and Medicare-covered treatments. Some were advertising, some were suspicious. She said, "Carol, I felt like my body had become a sales lead." That is what oversharing can do. So what should you do instead? Share your health information with your doctors. Share it with your spouse. Share it with close family members who may need to help care for you. Share it with people who have earned your trust. But do not feel obligated to disclose your medical life to coworkers, neighbors, distant relatives, or strangers online. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is protection. Number 8 is your big money window. This is the most important one. The months right before and right after retirement can be some of the most financially vulnerable months of your life because money starts moving. A 401k rollover, a pension decision, a lump sum payout, severance, stock options, an IRA transfer, a home sale, an inheritance, a brokerage account you now need to manage differently. For many people, this is the first time in life when large amounts of money move all at once, and scammers know that. Financial salespeople know that. Opportunistic relatives know that. Even well-meaning friends may suddenly have advice. That window is dangerous because you may be excited, emotional, tired, and uncertain all at the same time. You are leaving a job. You are changing income sources. You are making decisions that can affect the rest of your life. And while all of that is happening, the wrong people may see opportunity. This is why public retirement announcements can be risky. Posting "last day at work" feels joyful, and it is joyful. You earned that moment. But to the wrong person, it says something else. It says money may be moving. It says accounts may be changing. It says you may be making decisions. It says you may need advice. It says you may be unsure. It says you are entering a new financial stage. And that is when bad offers appear. Someone has an investment opportunity. Someone has a product with guaranteed income. Someone has a way to avoid taxes. Someone knows a person who can help. Someone says you need to act quickly. That phrase should always slow you down. You need to act quickly. Robert used to say that the most dangerous financial decisions usually arrive with a deadline you did not ask for. I have never forgotten that. Because good decisions can usually breathe. Bad decisions often demand panic. Even telling friends that you just rolled over your 401k can create risk. You may think you are just talking, but anyone listening now knows 3 things. You retired, you have money, and that money just moved. That is a complete picture for someone with bad intentions, whether that person is a stranger, a salesperson, or someone you already know. So what should you do instead? Handle your retirement transition quietly. Work with trusted professionals. Move carefully. Do not announce every financial step. Do not post account changes online. Do not discuss rollover amounts casually. Do not tell people when a lump sum hits your account. Do not let excitement make you exposed. Celebrate with the people who truly love you, but keep the money details private until everything is settled and secure. After 55, being careful with information may feel uncomfortable at first. It may even feel a little suspicious, but it is not paranoia. It is protection. You are protecting the money you worked decades to build. You are protecting your choices. You are protecting your family peace. You are protecting your independence. So remember these 8 things. Do not casually share your retirement timeline. Do not disclose your net worth or savings balance. Do not tell people your Social Security benefit amount. Do not reveal inheritance details too early. Do not share passwords and account access loosely. Do not broadcast power of attorney details. Do not overshare health conditions. And be especially private during the big money window around retirement. You do not have to live afraid. You do not have to distrust everyone. But you do need to understand that after 55, your personal information has value. And once it leaves your mouth, it may not stay where you left it. The safest people I know in retirement are not the loudest. They are not the ones telling everyone everything. They are the ones who speak carefully, share selectively, and understand that privacy is not cold. Privacy is how you protect the life you spent years building.